On this week's special live edition of the Stony Brook News,
one man is taking trash to a new artistic level.
We'll take a look at our red campus's green initiatives.
And Long Island's politicians get serious about removing plastic.
All that and more right now on the Stony Brook News.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our special live Earth Day edition of Stony Brook News. I'm Kira Dennehy.
And I'm Rosemary Ann. It's not unusual to see litter sitting along the streets or in your local park, but one man is making a difference by not only picking up trash, but turning it into valuable art and a call to action. Karina Gary caught up with the artist himself on one of his outings.
Huntington resident Scott Schneider has been picking up bags of trash on his daily walks for years. He's known as the well-dressed homeless man.
I've always picked up trash all throughout my life, even when I was younger, whether I was just walking on a trail or out by the beach. And as time has gone on, there just seems like there's a lot more trash to pick up, and that's kind of why I do it.
Schneider began using his iPhone 5 to take pictures, where he uploaded his favorite shots, the blue pill bottle and the cigarette, to his social media.
It started off more as a hobby, and as time has gone on, and as people liked what I've done, it kind of became a business.
One man's trash truly is another man's treasure. Schneider is able to turn rubbish like this into works of art that sell between $250 to $2,500.
On Instagram, Schneider called on his followers to pick up 5 pieces of trash a day. That got the attention of Huntington Councilman Ed Smith, who created a litter initiative asking residents to pick up 6 pieces of litter a day.
We chose Pick Up 6, or Pick 6 for short, only because it rolled off the tongue a little bit more easily. There are some big picture environmental issues that we are all aware of, whether it be global warming or clean water, drinking water. But on a local level, looking at what I say the small picture is seeing the litter right at our feet, which is all around us all the time.
Since unveiling his anti-litter campaign, Councilman Smith has had towns around the island reach out and ask for his help in creating similar campaigns in their area. For Stony Brook News, I'm Karina Gary.
Over 10 companies, including Nicole Miller and Nike, are turning plastics and other plant-based materials into reusable clothing, and Adidas is hopping on board. Earlier this month, the company announced they will release 11 million pairs of the brand's running shoes, made completely of recycled ocean plastic.
Large companies may be working to go green, but what about right here on the local level?
Stony Brook University has a lot to say about helping the environment, but some are skeptical about what is being done on campus to help. We have Nick Donatic standing by in East Dining, one of the hotspots of Stony Brook's green initiatives. Nick, can you tell us what you're seeing?
Well, Kira, what I'm seeing right now is students trying to avoid the rain on a gray, sad Monday, even if it is Earth Day. But I'm inside one of the greener buildings on campus. And what I have in my hand here is a compostable bowl that they sell right here at Cocina Fresca, which is biodegradable, and it's in their part of their attempts to reduce, reuse, recycle at the newest dining hall on campus. Unfortunately, that's not a point of emphasis at every dining hall and at every building. This past week, there was a slate of events on campus in honor of Earth Day, which made cleaning up the environment and taking care of it a priority. I tried to catch up with the administration to see what SBU would be doing going forward. Unfortunately, we couldn't touch base, so I headed to the SAC to talk to the Seawolves and see what they think we should do next.
There's plenty of green here on SBU's campus, especially during the annual Earthstock celebration. But what do students have to say about the university's attempts at going green?
I think that the student body does a very good job. I don't know about the actual institution itself, but I think that, yeah, the students that we have on campus and the professors seem to be very environmentally conscious.
I think they try their best, given the situation, but it's not enough. And, I think that there's a big separation between what the administration can afford and can handle and what the students want.
SBU has been commended before for its efforts to be more eco-friendly. The school has implemented water bottle filling stations, compostable straws at dining halls, and gives students every opportunity to dispose of their trash properly. Yet some students believe the school can still stand to improve on the recycling front.
I think there should be more options for what can be recycled because there's certain plastics that can be recycled but aren't, because we're only limited to like bottles and cans and papers for certain areas.
The Office of Sustainability, which has a website that features this rather outdated calendar and links to several dormant social media accounts, did not respond to the Stony Brook News' request for comment. One student has a hunch why.
I've spoken to the people that work in the Office of Sustainability, and there's only 2 people in that department, which is really sad because it's obviously needs more than just 2 people working on this type of project.
SBU's conservation efforts are nothing to scoff at. In fact, at one point in the nationwide Recycle Mania competition, SBU was ranked #1 in the state of New York. But if the school truly wants to go far beyond, it might have to make saving the environment a bit more of a priority. For Stony Brook News, I'm Nicholas Donatic.
Earthstock is an annual tradition, and it seems like more work goes into the green event than our own campus efforts.
See, here's the thing, Rosemary. As much as it pains me to say, it's really not too much of a hot take according to the student body. One of the main points of emphasis they think we should have going forward is light pollution. If you're a resident like myself and you stroll through the academic mall in the evening, you'll notice the lights are still on in Frey Hall, even in SBS, even though it's 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. They say it's for security, but it's polluting more than it's helping. That's all from here. Back to you.
Thank you, Nick. A move made by China almost 2 years ago is now causing U.S. plastic to pile higher and higher. Back in 2017, China filed a notice with the World Trade Organization announcing its decision to stop importing 24 types of foreign waste and to dramatically tighten its standards for impurities and scrap bales.
The change may have taken effect a few months ago, but some residents are still facing the burden. I was able to go and see for myself, and here's what I found. Recycling used to be easy. Cans, plastic, paper, and cardboard all in one bin. But now many recyclables may be going out as trash in the town of Brookhaven.
The town posted the schedule on our door saying that starting this year it's going to be bi-weekly 2-system recycling. So we actually had to go get second bin so we can start separating it.
Acceptable recyclables are listed on the Town of Brookhaven's website. Residents are also now required to own a recycle sticker or purchase a Kirby can for $20 at specific locations.
There will be people who are not familiar with the rules of recycling and probably will mistakenly put something like pizza box in recycling because they thought it's cardboard, but they don't know you can't put the things with food in there. If we want to do recycling, there has to be some system of like cleaning that recycling and taking only things that are good. Because when there's so many requirements for recycling, it's not even that I don't want to do it. It's just I can't do it.
After China began rejecting U.S. recyclables, Greenstream canceled its 25-year contract with Brookhaven, forcing the town to shut down its single-stream program. These changes are more cumbersome for apartment residents, whose landlords threatened to take away bins.
Basically, my landlord, he started giving everyone little memos on people's doors saying, this is like your last warning. If you, abuse the recycle system, then you will no longer have it and there will be consequences. I don't know how he would really find out who's, doing what, and you can't punish a whole group for one person's actions. Now people don't really recycle because no one likes to deal with him and because he will come knocking at your door directly.
And to ensure effective recycling, some residents believe a uniform system of bins supplied by the town may be useful.
Providing lists, having to have people look stuff up that they can recycle or not just makes it so much more inconvenient. The easiest way to get people to recycle is to make it convenient. Nobody really has the same 2 trash cans, so I'm pretty sure everyone just kind of buys their own, which also doesn't really make much sense to me to not have town-provided trash cans for specific things. Like, imagine how much easier it would be if you had a black trash can for trash, a green one for paper and cardboard, and a blue one for metals. You know what I mean? That would make it so much easier. It adds kind of a level of not having to think about it.
Although the town of Brookhaven switched to dual-stream recycling at the beginning of the year, some residents are still struggling with the new changes. And for people like me who don't own a blue bin or a sticker, I'll be throwing out these bottles as trash. For the Stony Brook News, I'm Rosemary Ann. Earlier this month, New York announced they will be joining California in an all-plastic bag ban. This is following Long Island's own initiative on their 5-cent bag fee. We have Danielle Tomlinson on the Academic Mall who knows more about this. Danielle?
Yes, the plastic bag ban started out here in Suffolk County as a precedent for the whole state, but hopefully it will take off. And I looked a little bit further into this story, so let's take a look at that.
Do you need a bag for 5 cents?
You may have heard this during your last trip to the store. As of January 2018, a 5-cent fee has been placed on all plastic bags in Suffolk County.
The gist of it was we wanted people to stop using plastic bags. And it worked because guess what? People don't want to spend 5 cents for a bag when they don't have to. I mean, in the beginning, people were carrying stuff out and dropping it on the floor, but people got used to it. And that money didn't go to any environmental fund. What it did was it went to the store owner. And now, since the new law that the governor just signed or is going to sign, you won't be able to get plastic bags at all. You want not even to be paying for them.
And it's more than bags. Single-use plastics like straws have also become a major concern. Companies like Starbucks are transitioning to eco-friendly straws.
So we're trying to phase out the disposable straws, and we're trying to use more of the reusable straws and the nitro lids to save the environment.
Starbucks is green in more ways than one. Their drink carriers are made from recycled materials too.
So we're using more of we're going by more of like the reusable sorts of plastics that you could bring back over and over.
10 cents are discounted off of any drink ordered in a reusable cup. But the Starbucks commitment to the environment doesn't stop there.
And also bags that are not plastic and that are paper, because plastic is not biodegradable.
As concerns for the environment are on the rise, trash cans are increasingly accompanied by recycling bins. So Seawolves, remember to take the extra step in protecting the environment by recycling. Reporting for the Stony Brook News, I'm Danielle Tomlinson.
That's super interesting, Danielle. What do you think? In 5 years, when you come back to Stony Brook for a reunion, we'll be seeing a much greener, cleaner area?
I think we'll definitely be seeing a much greener and cleaner island. I hope that the plastic bag ban does take place across the state, but I guess we'll have to see what happens. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Danielle. Well, it may be a debate on Capitol Hill, but global warming has become one of the most talked about issues in the 2020 race. Sarita Yelverton took a look on how this matter is hurting Long Island.
The basic science of global warming is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Noted educator Jeffrey Bennett stopped by SBU to present his lecture, Global Warming Demystified. He believes that young people should be the most concerned since we'll be here for a while.
If we solve this, you will have wonderful lives. If we don't, it's going to be really, really bad. So I think all young people need to step up and say, what's my part in the solution?
Global warming is not scientific abstraction, as we have seen and experienced extreme weather events such as Hurricane Florence last fall and a bitter cold nor'easter this January. But what can we do to reduce climate change?
Things that can be done at the individual level are just not sufficient. Go vote. See what each politician is saying about climate change, how serious they are taking it, what they are proposing to do about it, and vote according to that.
Local governments are beginning to respond to an increasing consensus that global warming is real by planning cities and constructing buildings accordingly.
It's up to our city governments to make the places that we live safe and resilient to the effects of global warming and climate change.
Many New Yorkers remember Hurricane Sandy. It caused more than $70 billion worth of property damage, making it one of the most costliest hurricanes, according to the Wall Street Journal.
Whenever we're trying to do a new investment, the city's always thinking about how to make that a resilient building so that it can last into the future.
To help kids, both big and small, understand and prepare for what is happening to our big green planet, keynote speaker Bennett writes books for all ages, which can be read for free on his website, bigkidscience.com. Reporting for Stony Brook News, I'm Sarita Yelverton.
That is all the time we have for this edition of the Stony Brook News. I'm Kira Dennehy.
And I'm Rosemary Ann. Join us tomorrow for more updates. For now, have a great week and enjoy Earth Day, Seawolves.